biggest influence being poets Iyeoka and listen, if I mess up the names, it's because I'm just a kid from Harlem. Right?
You gotta blame the educational system also.
Yeah, and when she gets up, she's gonna let me know. Kgafela, Makgogodi.
What's that face?
No, I said I was waiting for her to either say yep or no. No? Maya, could you come up here and help me with this, please? Can you help me, Maya? Maya, are you? Maya, can you help me? Can you bring me into the light, Maya? Lord Jesus, Maya, can you come and help me? Help my brother understand his roots. Let me understand your influences, man. Help me understand. How do I say this?
Not how you said it.
Yeah, not how I said it at all.
Kgafela or Makgogodi.
Oh, forget it.
I'm done. That was perfect.
Well, look, she has poems about political consciousness, a lot of outspoken political views. I'm excited for this to happen. Amaya, a lot of people hear from you. I'm here for you. I'm excited. I didn't want to stalk you, but I've seen some stuff, and I'm like, oh shit. So anyway, please put your hands together emphatically for Maya the poet.
To start off with an apology. To anyone who's tried placing me in this category where I have to play misfit mixed race kid who does not know what a place is, because honestly, I'm doing just fine. And any problems I have with my identity, I express through creativity, and I mean hell. Every single person has problems at some other time.
Hell yeah!
Black and white, they call me Macy Gray. Saying that my hair looks like hell as well after I patted and used hairspray. But as you may see, gray is not what black and white has made, no. Here I stand as evidence that black and white makes honey marmalade. Damn straight I'm mixed race, and honestly, I'm doing just fine. Hear this biracial queen, clothed in my own royal caramel skin. I wear my biracial hair as my crown, and you have no idea how long that takes. I sit on a giant throne made from all the combs my hair breaks. And if you don't believe me, run your fingers through my hair. Knot. Another knot. A whole clump of knots, because combing out my ends will take about 5,300 and never gonna happen days, including weekends. When I was a little girl, my mom would squeeze me between her knees. She would try to put braids in my hair. A battle, and sometimes my hair won. And I'd convince all my friends that having 2 braids at the front of your head and a tangled mess at the back was one of the newest trends. Black and white, they call me zebra. They call me 50%, 0.5 biracial mixed race. The chick with the crazy hair that's got too much to say. Well, I'm not your typical stereotype or type stereo. A tough cookie, but don't you ever call me Oreo or cappuccino with extra cream, man. No, I'm not albino, so stop trying to define and decide who I am and who I'll be. No, I decide who I am and under which category I go. I hope you know I'm mixed race, and honestly, I'm doing just fine. So that's one of my oldest pieces, and it's inspired by a poem by this awesome poet called Zora Howard. A piece of hers called Biracial Hair, and she inspired that, and a lot of poems that I wrote. But today, I wanted to dedicate my set today to quiet pieces and the pieces that I don't share, because a lot of black writers find themselves in this place where they're typecast as political or always race conscious or always angry and always loud. And I just wanted to nip that in the bud right now and be I write a lot of introspective poems as well, and a lot of quiet pieces, and I wanted to celebrate silence in this one. So yeah, the following piece is some of my newest stuff, so I hope you guys like it. Like Erica Bradshaw said, bear in mind I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Yeah. This piece is called Eden. Dressed in suits, New Yorkers remind me of a fast-paced funeral. To meet each other but greet pavement. One taste of the big apple, adamantly, and Eve eventually realize that you're naked. Dressed in black, New Yorkers remind me of a fast-paced funeral. I wonder, is it for ourselves that we're mourning? And this next poem, I was born and raised for quite a few years in a rural village in the north of South Africa, and genuinely in Limpopo. You'd never get that like represented anyway. We're like a minority, even in South Africa. It's just like, wow, you know, it's just not gonna get any love anyway. Except for me, I stay showing love. And I was born in this village where genuinely it was like no running water and like and huts, and I like the first places I slept in would be like, you know, around huts with like a grass roof and stuff. And it was, and I'm very nostalgic about those days, and so different from where I am now. So I wrote this poem called Masana. I woke up today thinking of mornings, of streams of sunbeams flooding young faces on the mud walls behind our houses, places reserved especially for mornings, of yawning, of little hands wiping the drool that accuses you of sleeping with your mouth open, of little throats clearing, of wrinkled up noses, ashy elbows, of stretching, of sleep caught between eyes before the chores start calling. I woke up today thinking of mornings. Little girl, dazed, bathed only in sun rays, thinking of Maskitani stone names long before the days of walks of shame, of having no care of appearance, wearing yesterday's clothes, wearing sand and cornrows, of existing with no idea of existence, of sleep caught between eyelids just before the chores start calling. In Shangaan, there are two names for sunshine. And one is used specifically for the morning sun in her radiant yellow dress that looks just like mine. Masana means the sun on mornings, and the flood of repentance that follows the dawn in. But nowadays, daybreak finds me with makeup on. Avoiding her eyes, we're no longer alike. My red is sunset. Dress hugging bottoms like skin and cotton just net. I woke up today wishing for mornings, and the flood of repentance that follows the dawn in. Yesterday's quarrels are lonely, this sun is for today only. I miss the forgiveness of mornings. So those are the silences that I miss. I miss the silences, physically the silences of actual quiet. But I miss the silences in your own head, you know? I miss that. If you can't be quiet inside your own mind sometimes, then it's like you can be in the quietest place in the world and it's still noise. And so this is a poem of an example where I was quiet, but there were a million voices like in my head at the same time. She's out of sight, but still in mind. Less on yours now, but still on mine. Blind like love is not enough. I ask to not have eyes. Thing is, she's my friend and the idea was mine. So while she caught yours, I spied with mine. And thing is, she's my friend and the idea was mine. I'm twice betrayed now and I feel like crying. And there's a voice in my head yelling, you're just high. But I'm stuck with you in this basement of displacement. A teardrop runs down my cheek and a million more chase it. I want to go home now and not have to face it. But my heart is too heavy to carry, I can't take it. Damn it, you should have waited. Scorched is what you get for letting your heart run naked. And there's a voice in my head yelling, you're just baked. So I sigh, take off my pride, climb in bed and hold your side. Cautiously, my hand climbs around your thigh to find that you are hard, still reaching for her. An ant army crawls up my neck. My flesh tries to undress itself of skin. My shoulders climb the ladder to my ears. My spine is a checklist of all my fears. My back isn't cold enough to. Later, when you move closer, your hand is an intruder around my waist. Your breath against my neck is an unwanted guest. My legs block you out. There are no moats around my castle. My walls are impenetrable. A sunbeam sneaks in and cuts a line through the silence between us. Your alarm rings and wakes up no one. So, say it loudly. I love you! It's sorry, as you can see my voice keep breaking. It's really nerve-wracking sharing stuff that's like more internal. It's really easy to be like, oh, politics sucks, you suck. But like, it's really difficult to be like, damn, I suck sometimes. And sometimes life like sucks towards me and all that shit. But anyways, one of my earliest pieces, I just really wanted to share this one with you. This is of an instance where, like, I didn't choose silence, it's just that I couldn't really say what I had in my mind at the time, and that's because I was in class. And I was in 9th grade. And, and I hated science, and I hated math, and in turn, the teachers of those subjects hated me, and so it was just a mess. And then one time I had put up my hand and said something, and then I was immediately sent to the principal. I don't know if that word is used here, like the headmaster. And so I came, then the principal sends me back to class, and instead of listening to the rest of the lesson, I wrote this poem. I put my hand in the air. I feel you have not handled something correctly. You hand me to the principal. If I don't state the problem, no one else will. All this for putting my arm in the air. Tell me how this solves the matter at hand. My personality cannot keep me from the next grade. I'm unique and creative. Call me handmade. Why is it that when I state something, it's that much less profound? When I say it, I get more insults and less results. If I'll always be heard last because my skin is brown, I guess light really does travel faster than sound. So yeah, I guess your science stuff is right there. So last time I was in Dar, which was last year. Oh yeah, Dar Salam. Yes, that's right. So I would say Dar is in Tanzania, which is the east coast of Africa. So Dar Salam is a coastal city. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And the people are awesome. So I was seeing this guy, and we were spending a lot of time together, like drinking together and going out together and like just a lot of time together and stuff and like kissing. Damn, we kissed a few times.
No, I just want to know.
Like once or twice, you know, we may have even like held hands and stuff. Like I don't want to get into like explicit stuff. So one time, one of the many times we were on the beach, I wrote this poem. I was looking at the wrong poem. It's like, I didn't write this on the beach. Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna try and remember it. It's called There Are Lessons to Be Learned from the Ocean. And I wrote this in front of the ocean, sort of, yeah. Woo! There are lessons to be learned from the ocean. How many mysteries it holds. Every day the tide comes and it goes. Be complex, but consistent. See how it whispers sweet nothings, washes gently up against the shore, make me wet, tease me. I want to know just how deep you get, but then fall back. Give me room to want you. I want to walk over vast beach to reach you. Let me show you that I long for you. Leap onto me, rush up to me, but then like the tide, you too should subside. Show me all your shades of blue and I'll show you mine. But then like the breeze, you too, my love, should let me breathe. But then the sea was getting really cocky, like, oh, you know, I'm the shit, you know. Like, oh, your bush has stuff to learn from me. So I was like, you know what, sea, calm down. So I had to write another poem to be like, sea, put the sea in the place. I was like, there are things to be learned about my boo. So I wrote this poem as a counter poem, called There Are Things to Be Learned From You. There are things to be learned from you. You don't make my eyes salt sting, you don't have crabs, and you don't make me feel small. After a while, you know. So this next poem is an instance where silence shouldn't have been the case, but where pride kind of got in the way of what I should have said. And I ended up kind of losing a friend like this, and I was really sad, and I've never shared this poem. But I thought I should share it. It's called Stepladder. You were my stepladder type friend. My foot would hold you down to pull me up, and to you, I must have been a glass chandelier. How you held me up so preciously. How do I tell you that I'm a faded light bulb at best? Who thought then that friendship was a walk in the park because only on swings do you push people away so they can come back to you. And I know I've always been that solitary house with dark walls and a high fence and stepladder. You climbed over that. Because you had the key to my front door, but I was so busy trying to open up, I didn't let you in. It's true what they say about locked doors. Because when you leave your own key on the inside, no one can open it, even with the right key. You weren't fancy, no flashy, but real. And you know how many promising, shiny keyed suitors I've left temper with my lock. I was so broken once that I thought my door would never be fixed, and you were no locksmith, you. Just a stepladder that helped me climb onto my pedestal. Until today you told me you thought you couldn't hold me up anymore. And I couldn't blame you. Who wants to live in a solitary house with dark walls and a high fence? Steady as ever, stepladder. You shouldn't have let me down then. Your precious chandelier, put me down, stepladder, drop me, let me shatter. Because when you leave the chandeliers on, how will you see that the stars are out? Wow. I have one more poem. Damn. Anyway, so this is my last piece that I brought tonight, and this is a bit older, and it's when I started thinking like I was smart, like whoa. That's what smart people do, right? Like people at Harvard are just like whoa. So I thought I was smart, so I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna write smart poetry. Wow. And then so I wrote this one. And it's called Battlefield. My life is a continuum. I'm filled with helium. Lying to be tread upon, split for two sides to go head to head upon Wimbledon. My life is a tug of war. My soul is what they are fighting for. I'm the crowd constantly changing who I'm shouting for. Angel of music, he plays vocal cords. His former master, he plays voice. The sound depends on whose end's winning on the battleground. When the underground is ahead, I head towards the amusement ground to lose my head. When the light side is winning, I lose my light side. Fight to do right, it's so mind tight, I lose sight. And when it's a draw of equal score, insecure. Sly side preaching that I'm too fly for wings. High side teaching me I'm too kind for horns and things. My life is a battle. I have the best view. From inside my mind, I watch as both sides show what they can do. My soul is a battlefield. And since there's no clear winner, whether saint or sinner, it terrifies me. If they can't destroy each other, they'll destroy the territory, me.